So I thought I'd come on here and respond to the comments that I had in my other video about why am I single? Why am I not dating? Well, I'm here to enlighten you as to why I'm not dating my girlfriend, and I end up meeting this guy. We'll call him Trent because that was his name. Me and Trent, we were getting along great that night. He asked me if I wanted to go out. I did explain to him that I'd just gotten out of a 5-year dating relationship and was not ready to date. He said, no problem, let's just see where this goes. And I'm like, great. So me and Trent continuously see each other probably for about a month. One night I end up spending the night at his house, and I noticed that there's a little red light when I got up in the middle of the night at the end of his bed. I asked him, what is that little red light? He's like, it's my alarm. I'm like, okay, not thinking anything of it. A couple nights later, I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV, and I'm watching one of the CSI shows, and they're talking about this guy having an ankle monitor on him. All of a sudden, that little red light comes to mind. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this guy has an ankle monitor on him. So the next day I tell my girlfriend about it, and she's like, how did you not see that he has an ankle monitor? I'm like, when am I ever at his ankles? I'm like, he is 6'6", I am 5 foot. I am never down there. So she's like, you wouldn't miss it. She's like, they're big, they're bulky. We Googled it, and sure enough, they are. I'm like, I don't know how I missed it. So that night he asked me if I wanted to come over for dinner so he could make dinner, and I'm like, sure. I'm like, this is my opportunity to see if it's there. He ends up sitting next to me, and sure enough, he has an ankle monitor on him. And at this point, I have no idea why he has one on him, so I am not going to confront him while I'm there. The next day, I end up calling him, and I'm like, hey, is there anything you want to tell me? And he's like, I don't know. What are we talking about? And I'm like, I don't know. Do you want to tell me about that little piece of jewelry that the county gave you to wear on your ankle? He's like, I really don't like talking about it. And I'm like, I'm sure you don't, but enlighten me. So he proceeds to tell me that he was arrested for a DUI. I'm like, usually for a DUI, they put a breathalyzer in your car, not an ankle monitor giving you a curfew. So I looked for him everywhere. I could not find him in the surrounding cities, his arrest record, nothing. I do know I had his correct name because I did Google him, and I also found out that he lied about his age. So at this point in time, I'm like, okay, he's lied about his age. He's lied to me about, his arrest record. So I knew at this point in time I was no longer going to see him. And clearly I was not the only one who wanted him. He was obviously wanted by others. So that is my dating story. The first time I had went out after a 5-year dating relationship, and it was an extreme nightmare.